We welcome you now inside the booth here at Ambrose Urbanic Field. Jason Earle alongside me, Alex Jaffe and Rachel McCrigger. A North Carolina team that is one of the best in the country taking on a hot Pittsburgh Panthers group today.
We welcome you now inside the Peterson Event Center. Jason Earle alongside me, Amanda Sile. It's the 11th annual school day here. Students from across the area coming to the Peterson Event Center to see some basketball and to see a Panthers team that has plenty of newcomers, including Amber Brown.
And we welcome you now inside the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. Jason Earle alongside Greg Warnock. Panthers on a hot streak right now. Had a great weekend, looking to continue off that tonight.
We welcome you now inside the booth here at Ambrose Urbanic Field. Jason Earle alongside me, Alex Jaffe and Rachel McCrigger. NC State coming in tonight already with 4 draws in ACC play. They'll be looking for a victory. Hot start for the Fighting Irish to begin the second half, and across the board have improved their play offensively here early in the third quarter.
And it really started in the end of the second quarter with a 6-0 run. Then they come out with a 7-0 run to start the third, and it was really all about transition. They got in front of the Panthers defense, and they also played strong defense themselves in order to get those transition buckets.
It was an 8-point game at halftime, and Notre Dame, who struggled offensively in the first quarter, really turned it on. As you said, it started at the end of the second quarter and resumed at the start of the second half. And now Ibakwe able to get the and one there and give the Panthers some momentum here. Certainly enough time for Pittsburgh to make up a 13-point deficit, and that's a good start.
And a great job of Ibakwe just taking the contact down low, and that's what the Panthers need from her. We know she can do it on the defensive side with the blocks and getting rebounds, but the big aspect of her game that's a question mark is offensively.
Not able to make that foul shot, but rebound attempt mishandled by Cosgrove. And so the Panthers will keep possession here and have an opportunity to get 4 points in the same trip down the floor.
And a big difference in this third quarter, Jason. 5 of 11 shooting for Notre Dame and just 3 of 12 for the Panthers.
Brown now on the left wing, down low to Ibakwe, kicks out to Buck. Down high, a deep 3 from Green, gets it to drop. And Gabby Green flashes the 3-point symbol, and she is now up to 11 points tonight. And an impressive day for the first-year Panther. On the other end, a tip pass there. Panthers come up with it, looking to bring the deficit back to single digits. Green has it tipped away, gets it back, puts a shot up, and it was tipped by the Fighting Irish defense, but they say Ibakwe touched it last.
Look at Gabby Green, well beyond the three-point arc. And she kind of took a glance over at Lance White and then kind of let him know, I knew exactly what I was doing. That was going to fall no matter what.
Maybe a heat check there for Green, and if so, a successful one at that. Abby Green, the junior who played 2 seasons at South Plains College in Texas before coming to Pittsburgh, and has made her presence known here with the Panthers, certainly tonight. As Brown fakes, goes to the rim, and is fouled on her way up. As Amber Brown, another Panther in her first season with the team, will now head to the line.
And we talked about Gabby Green for the Panthers earlier on and talked about how she was able to score 18 points in the season opener in her first career game with the Panthers, and then kind of fell off a little bit, then had 14 points against Ole Miss over the Thanksgiving break, and then exploded against Miami of Ohio for 23, her season and career high with the Panthers. And she's well on her way here as we still have over 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
And Brown misses both foul shots, so it's a spot that has killed the Panthers for much of this season. Free throw shooting, not necessarily their forte this year, but they were great in the first half tonight. But a miss from Ibakwe on the 3-point play attempt, and then a pair of misses there from Amber Brown. Always makes it more difficult to come back in a game, and you can't make the free ones. Now Harris with 9 to shoot for Pitt. And pass intercepted there on the right side by Peoples. Pushes up the floor to Walker, and Notre Dame will take their time and look for a bucket. Irish haven't scored in about 4 minutes now. Vaughn has it at the free throw line. Dishes out to Walker. Walker uses a screen, and it's going to be a moving screen on Michaela Vaughn. Tried to set one at the elbow there, but the officials get her for the offensive foul.
And you can see there, she just really never stops moving. She almost came to a stop, but then was trying to go through, and she has to come to a stop on that screen.
So Harrison, the Panthers, looking to fight back. Currently on a 7-0 run. 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Abby Green on the right wing has been hot all night. Finds Igbokwe in the paint, and a jump ball will keep it with the Panthers.
And this is a big possession for the Panthers. 7 seconds left in the shot clock, but they can get this lead to cut below 10.
5 to shoot now. Shot clock does not reset. Looked like Harris might not have known it. Instead, takes the pull-up from the top of the arc. Brown gets the offensive board and puts it back up. So maybe Harris didn't know the shot clock was expiring, but it worked out for the Panthers as Brown drew the foul.
She did not at all. You could see, I think she must have heard someone on the bench because her eyes got so big, and she looked like a deer in headlights as she didn't know what she needed to do. Just drove for the shot, almost made the three, but then a great weak side rebound by Amber Brown. We'll see if she's able to convert here at the free throw line.
The ball has been on this half of the floor for much of the past few minutes here as the Panthers have started to gain some momentum, and Brown once again unable to make the free throw. She's now 2 of 5 on the night, and the Panthers in the second half are 0 of 4 from the free throw line after starting a perfect 6 of 6 in the first half. However, Brown does get the second to bring this lead back down to single digits at 9.
And on the season, Brown just a 58% free throw shooter.
Now looked for Peoples. Bug tipped it away. Burnell comes back up with it. Looks to the right block for Walker. Harris went flying in to try and intercept that pass, but Walker goes in and it's blocked by Igbokwe. What a rejection from the freshman.
Wow. With authority, Rita Igbokwe says, "Get out of my house."
Pittsburgh defeats NC State tonight 2-1 here with head coach Randy Waldrum. Coach, not long ago you got your first ACC win here as the head coach of the Panthers over Boston College, and now another one over the Wolfpack.
Yeah, really, really big win for us tonight. I mean, it's a big benchmark of how far we've come. You know, we go to NC State last year and lost 6-0, and to come in today, and even though the game wasn't a lot in our hands, I thought defensively we really kept our shape and was well organized throughout the night, only gave the goal away on a set piece. And then I thought we were efficient on the few opportunities and the counters that we had. And right now in the growth of our program, that's kind of the way we've had to play these last few weeks. But to grind out a win like this against a really good NC State team, I got a lot of respect for them. Just means tons for our program.
And yet another career night for your goalkeeper, Amaya Pena. What can you say about her performance?
You know what, she was fantastic tonight. I mean, she's been good the last few weeks, and the thing that we've asked of them is just to be consistent and then try to make those 1 or 2 saves that keep you in a game, and she clearly did that today and probably made more than 2 of those saves tonight. She was fantastic.
Pittsburgh defeats NC State 2-1 tonight here with Panther goalkeeper Amaya Pena, who had another career-high 11 saves this evening against NC State. What allowed you to be so successful tonight?
Well, I think we keep fighting every single week, and even if they're underrate us, they come on the road thinking it's going to be an easy game. We keep fighting and we do our job.
Now, Adelie Palomo suffered an early injury in the game. What can you say about your defense's ability to step up?
Well, I think they did a really good job. We stayed as a group, all together as a block. We were tough, and it was unfortunate that she had to leave the field that early. I don't know what exactly happened, to be honest, but we for sure missed her in the field, but I think as a group we did a really good job.
Now getting your second win in the last 3 matches, what does this mean for your team's confidence going forward with 3 ACC matches left to play?
Well, I think it's huge. We know that it's 3 games ahead. They're going to be like finals, like we're playing for ourselves. We have nothing to lose. Nobody thought we were going to be at this point of the season in the spot we are. And I think we've never given up on us. You know, that it's been really rough. We have so many freshmen still they've come in, and they're like they're like breeze for us. They're breeze, like they're so fresh every week, every day they can work, and I think we're not going to give up. And it's 3 finals, 3 chances to win. So
here in the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, Pittsburgh defeats Duke 20-19. Demetrius Thomas capped it off with a technical foul victory in the final matchup. Team was down. What was the mentality for you going into that final matchup?
Just before I went in, I just played out in my head like what could possibly happen. You know, if Keller would have got the win, I would have simply had to win. But I just prepared my mind to go out there to either get the pin or know I had to get at least a tech. So mentally, I just prepared myself to go out there as hard as I can to score as many points as possible.
And finally, getting this team victory and come from behind fashion, what does this mean going forward for the group?
It just let us know that, you know, no matter how the duel is going, one, that it can just be possible to come through with the win, but also just setting an example for my teammates to just simply say that just go hard as you can. You know, no matter what the circumstances is, you know, it's not over until it's over.
Here with head coach Keith Gavin. Coach, what was the mindset for Demetrius Thomas, and how about the performance of him in that final matchup?
Yeah, Meech is he's been clutch for us pretty much all year, and you know, that's hard to do, to get a technical foul when all the guy has to do is not get tech fault. You know, I mean, so that was tough for him to do, and he's a really good competitor, and really proud of him.
And late in the duel, team was down. What was the message to some of those wrestlers that still had to go as the team tried to fight back?
They needed to do their job, you know, and not many of us did tonight, so that's why it was so close. So a little too close, but in the end, you know, Meech is one of our guys who did certainly do his job and kind of saved us tonight.
Jason Earle alongside Greg Warnock, and now happy to welcome our special guest, Heather Lyke, here inside the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse between the Panthers and Buckeyes today. You had a late night last night at football. The Panthers got an overtime win over North Carolina, and now back out here on a Friday afternoon for some wrestling. How's that?
No question. It's been an awesome week here in Pittsburgh. Last night couldn't have been much better. A little cold for the fans, but the diehards were out, and the football team obviously gave it everything they got and pulled off the win in overtime last night. It was great. And today it's awesome to, you know, I know we wanted to wrestle this match in the Peterson Event Center, but with the basketball game, this is a great turnout for a 3 o'clock match, obviously between 2 great teams here.
We are exactly halfway through the third quarter now, 7 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Panthers lead North Carolina 17-10. Shockey Jacques-Louis and Kenny Pickett with the 2 touchdowns for the Panthers tonight. Pickett's was on the ground. Pickett is in the shotgun. Davis to his left. Now he drops back, takes the snap, looks across the middle of the field to Griffin Stewart, complete at about the 50-yard line, and Nakia Griffin Stewart makes a big-time catch and is taken down at the North Carolina 46.
Beautiful ball from Kenny Pickett to Griffin Stewart, and Griffin Stewart holds on to the ball for the big gain. He's had issues with drops all season, but he comes up big right there.
Kenny Pickett in his rhythm tonight, up to 278 yards. That one was 29. Pickett drops back now, has some room and has a scramble out to the right side. He's going to take it himself, and he runs up forward, pushed out of bounds at about the 39-yard line on the right side, and the Panthers will have now a 2nd and 3.
Smart by Pickett there. Nothing really open in the field, so might as well use his legs to pick up yards to make the conversion even easier. And Kenny Pickett, you're right. Kenny Pickett is on his game tonight. Really knowing this is a big situation, he is rising to the occasion.
He continues his success on the ground, now 48 yards rushing for Pickett. Screen pass this time to Taysir Mack on the left side. He shakes the defender and is pushed out at about the 37-yard line, a gain of about 3, bringing up a 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
Taysir Mack back in the action after short absence there for a while. Haven't heard his name since the first quarter primarily, but he gets a catch there and puts the Panthers in prime position to convert on 3rd down.
Taysir Mack now with 4 catches for 64 yards tonight, and a big 3rd down here for Pittsburgh as they look to continue this drive. Neither team has scored in the second half so far. We're about 9 minutes in to this third quarter.
Panthers have struggled here from 3rd and 1. Let's see what they draw up here.
Pickett is under center. A.J. Davis in the backfield. Taysir Mack and Aaron Matthews to the right side. Pickett takes the snap, hands off to A.J. Davis up the middle. Got the first down and more. He's tackled at about the 29-yard line. Muscles through the Tar Heel defense. A.J. Davis on the carry for the Panthers. First down up to the North Carolina 29.
Davis churning those legs to pick up that first down and keep the drive alive. No one was going to stop him from picking up that first down.
So Pittsburgh now well in field goal territory for Alex Kessman. It is a 1st down and 10. And they break the huddle. Kenny Pickett leading this team successfully tonight. He is in the shotgun. A.J. Davis is behind him. Taysier Mack to the left. Shockey Jacques-Louis to the right side. And next to him is Wendell Davis. Pickett drops back, looks across the middle. End zone for Jacques-Louis. Tipped away by the Tar Heels in the end zone. Looking for Shockey Jacques-Louis. Storm Duck tipped it away. The freshman cornerback from Boiling Springs, South Carolina.
Storm Duck, there he is once again. That was actually a very good deflection by him. Ball was a little bit behind Shockey Jacques-Louis there, and Storm Duck made him pay for that, and with a great deflection.
Jacques-Louis leading the Panthers in receiving yards tonight with 96 on 3 receptions. Also has the lone touchdown from the passing game tonight for Pittsburgh, a 74-yard score. Now 2nd and 10 from the 29 for Pittsburgh. Pickett is under center. A.J. Davis in the backfield. 2 receivers lined up on the left side. 5 in the secondary for the Tar Heels. Handoff goes to Davis. He's out to the left side, and he's wrapped up immediately at about the 26-yard line. Just a gain of 3 along the left sideline for A.J. Davis, bringing up a 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Pitt appeared to be going run the whole time there, and North Carolina, they knew that was coming, and they stopped it for a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 7 here. Hopefully, let's see what the Panthers are going to draw up here, nearing the red zone.
Panthers have used plenty of that clock on this drive. Time started at 8:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're now down under 4.5 to go in this 3rd quarter. 17-10 Pitt. Pickett is in the shotgun. Vincent Davis this time to his left. 3 receivers on the right, 2 to the left. Pickett takes the snap, drops back, looks to the right side, and has his receiver across the middle. And it was Jared Wayne who breaks forward around the right side to the 15-yard line. Jared Wayne with another completion tonight. That's his 3rd of the evening.
Yeah, Jared Wayne, he caught the first 2 passes of the game and finally getting back incorporated here in this Pitt offense and picks up a big 1st down to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 from the 16 now for the Panthers as Kenny Pickett continues to steer Pittsburgh down the field here late in the 3rd quarter at the chilly evening at Heinz Field. Late in the season, Pittsburgh looking to improve to 7-3 on the year. North Carolina wants a bowl game, but they need a win tonight. They're 4-5 on the season. Kenny Pickett's in the shotgun. Malik Carter is to his right. 2 receivers to the left. Jacques-Louis in motion on the right side. Pickett takes the snap, drops back across the middle, has his man, and a tie-up at about the 10-yard line. They are going to give the completion to Jared Wayne, so it's good for about 6 yards to bring up a 2nd and 4.
Yeah, the freshman Wayne here keeps getting these catches. You know, he gets his catches in pairs, as we can see. You know, Pickett finds him for a nice 5-yard gain. And mentioned earlier, the Panthers do struggle with play calling at this part of the red zone. What will offensive coordinator Mark Whipple call here to find themselves in the end zone?
The drive now nearly lasted 6 minutes for the Panthers. A.J. Davis is in the Wildcat, a receiver on each side. Jacques-Louis in motion. Snap goes to Davis. He's up through the middle and wrapped up at about the 7-yard line as A.J. Davis took the Wildcat snap directly and managed a few yards to bring up a 3rd and 1.
That play was to make this conversion a lot easier. Panthers do like to run the Wildcat here when they are at this part of the field, and it does work to good succession. Kenny Pickett here. If I had to think about Tony Romo right now, I'm thinking it's going to be some crosser route, completion, 1st down. Kenny Pickett, that's my crystal ball pick for the play.
And it'll be officially ruled as a 3rd and 2 from the 8 here. A 6-minute drive for the Panthers. Pickett is now under center. 2 receivers to the right. A.J. Davis in the backfield. Handoff goes to Davis. He's up around the right side. Barrels past the defender and across the goal line for a Pittsburgh touchdown. A.J. Davis, the junior from Lakeland, Florida, puts the Panthers on the board. Once again, they lead 23-10 after a 6.5-minute drive here in the 3rd quarter at Heinz Field.
Boy, am I glad my crystal ball prediction was wrong right there. A.J. Davis to the outside, gets himself in the end zone. Offensive line did a great job of giving him a hole to find his way there, and the Panthers get a 2-possession lead late in the 3rd quarter.
Miles Dorn tried to bring him down, but couldn't at the goal line as A.J. Davis is just too strong, and Pittsburgh now up 24-10 after the perfect extra point attempt from Alex Kessman.